Pear and walnut tartin is our version of a classic French dessert, made even easier with puff pastry. Simply cook the pears in sugar, top with puff pastry, bake, flip, and you'll have a marvelous upside-down tart to rival any Parisian patisserie. Start by taking out a package of Pepperidge Farm puff pastry sheets and remove one sheet from the box. Let it thaw on the counter for 40 minutes or overnight in the fridge. Return the second to the freezer. Heat the oven to 375 degrees. Stir 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon together with 2 tablespoons of sugar in a small bowl. To prepare the pears, take 6 firm, ripe, medium, short-necked pears and peel them. Cut them in half and core them using a melon baller or small spoon to scoop the cores and seeds from the pear halves. Place the pear halves into a large bowl and add 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Add the cinnamon sugar and toss the pears to coat. Now, lightly flour your surface and unfold 1 pastry sheet. Invert a 10-inch heavy oven-safe skillet over the pastry sheet and, using it as a template, trim the excess pastry to make a rough circle. Prick the pastry thoroughly with a fork. Place the pastry circle onto a plate and refrigerate. Now, heat the 10-inch skillet over medium-high heat and pour 2 tablespoons of water in the center of the skillet. Add 6 tablespoons of sugar to the water and cook for 7 minutes or until the sugar is a deep amber color. Do not stir. Remove the skillet from the heat and add a dash of salt and half a stick of butter. Carefully tilt the skillet so that the sugar mixture and the butter swirl together until well blended. Let the mixture cool for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, coarsely chop half a cup of walnuts and sprinkle them into the skillet. Next, drain the pear halves and arrange 11 of the halves around the inside edge of the skillet, cut side up, overlapping slightly, with the tops pointing toward the center. Place the remaining pear half, cut side up, in the gap in the center of the skillet, trimming to fit if needed. Cook the pears over medium heat for 10 minutes or until tender. Do not stir. Remove the skillet from the heat and place the chilled pastry circle over the pear halves, pressing down slightly and tucking the edge in around the inside of the skillet. Lastly, bake the tartin for 40 minutes or until the pastry is golden brown. Allow it to cool in the skillet on a wire rack for 5 minutes. Then, carefully invert the tartin onto a serving plate and serve immediately. Pear and walnut tartin is a wonderful way to bring Paris home to your table, the perfect signature for a special meal. And, topped with yogurt, a terrific way to start your day the morning after.